Hello and welcome to the channel WebDevPy. In this tutorial we are going to work with useful and must-known JavaScript array methods. And let's get started. Okay, and from the very beginning I want to mention that we will use code runner extension to run the code. I will use F1 and run code option. So as you can see it works. Okay, and the first method is push. It allows us to paste the number into the end of the array. So let's say we have array with 3 numbers, 1, 2 and 3. And we want to paste the 4 into the end of the array. Okay, and let's console log it. F1 and run. So as you can see we have the last number 4 pasted into the end. Okay, and next method is unshift. It allows us to paste the number into the beginning of the array. So let's test. Array unshift 4. And let's test it. As you can see it works. Okay, and for the next methods I want to create the new array. So let's say we have array from numbers 1 to 8. Okay, and next method is includes. It allows us to check whether the number is present in the array. So let's test it. I will check if the number 3 is present in the array. Let's run. And it returns true. So if the number is in the array, it will return true. If not, then it should return false. Okay, now it's returned false. We can also check the index of the number. So if the index is correct, then it should return also true. So for number 3 we have also second index 0, 1, 2. It should be also true. If I will put the incorrect index for the number, it will return false. Okay, the next method is reduce. It helps us to accumulate all numbers of the array. But as an example, we can use the for each loop to show how it could work without using methods. So I will say let result 0 and we'll use for each array to accumulate all numbers. So on each step our variable will be accumulated with value. And we will print the result. So as you can see the total amount equals 36. And instead of loop we can use the reduce method. So I will say result equal array reduce. It will have 2 parameters, accumulate and value. And these 2 parameters will be accumulated on each step. And let's output the result and it works. Okay, so as you can see we have the same result for loop and method reduce. So it works correctly, and then next will be method find. So I will say variable find L, which means find element, and I will use array find. If the method find will search for value and will find the value 3, then it should output just the 3. And let's output. So as you can see we have 3 number in the output and it works correctly. Also we have option to show the first number in the array that more than 3. So in this case it will be 4. And or for example we can display the first number in the array that less than 3. So it should be 1. And let's test it and we have 1. So that's it for method find, and the next method will be index of. How it works, we can provide the number that we want to check or index. So I will say console log index of value 5. And I will say array index of 5. So now we will check the index of value 5 and it should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Index of value 5 is 4, so it works. As you can see, it's a very simple method. The next one is filter. Okay, so what does the filter method? It can simply filter the values. So for example, if we want to check just the odd numbers, So 1, 3 or 5, we can just use expression. So I will use console log. For example, we want to filter odd numbers. I will say array filter. We can use this expression to display the odd numbers. So as you can see how it works. And also, for example, we want to show the numbers more than 4. I will use array filter. And we can, for example, we can use separate function filter numbers. As a parameter will be num, and we will return num than more than 4. And let's call this function inside the filter method, and let's test. As you can see, we have odd numbers and number more than 4. It works correctly, and this is how the filter works. Okay, and the last one will be map method. This is also a very useful method that we can use to run each element of the array and, for example, to do some operation with every number instead of using for each loop or another loops. And let's say we have array tags. We have array tags with string values. We'll say new variable uppercase tags. We will use map to run through every element, and we'll use tag to uppercase. And let's console log it. And let's test it. And as you can see, we have every word in the array in the uppercase. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was very useful and we have reviewed very most known and very useful methods to use with JavaScript arrays. As always, this example will be also in the GitHub repository, and welcome to my next tutorials.